Hello, my name's Ben. I'm the Telehealth Clinical Lead here at Live Better. Telehealth home monitoring is a service that's been created to help people manage the health challenges they face as they get older by supporting them in the home with registered nurses through technology. What we try and do is work with the patients so they can actually make better decisions and take control of their health and well-being. As people age, I think a common theme that a lot of people describe as their health starts to sort of deteriorate as they get older is the feeling of being out of control. Health unfortunately starts to take over their life, and some of the challenges that they're facing, either be it a heart condition or a lung condition or diabetes or even sort of some of the more modern sort of illnesses such as obesity. By implementing a telehealth home monitoring service, the service is about supporting people in the home to take back control of their illnesses. One of the great things that we're seeing with telehealth home monitoring is how it's empowering people to really live a life. For example, we have a gentleman who's about to go on a 3-month caravan trip with a tablet and his blood pressure monitors in the back of his own caravan. Knowing that wherever he is in Australia, he's linked back to his nurse and hopefully his GP in his hometown that can actually support him on his travels. In spite of the challenges that Barry and Irene have faced, they're a perfect example of a couple that want to live together in the home for as long as possible. Barry's on the program for about 6 months now, and he's a really good example of somebody with multiple health conditions that's using this telehealth home monitoring service to really empower him and really get the most out of his life. He uses the system multiple times a day. It gives him the sense of support, knowing that he is able to monitor his own health and well-being in his home and make decisions based on the information of what he can and can't do for that day.
I think it's great for the simple reason I don't have to think about what his blood pressure could be, because I know that if it's not right, Ben calls me or Jackie calls me by 9 o'clock, 9:30 in the morning. So that's a big thing to me.
So Barry's GP has been really supportive of Barry and the telehealth home monitoring service. Barry actually takes his tablet with him to the GP, and the GP uses the information that Barry collects daily to make really good decisions of how and what type of services Barry needs to continue living independently at home.
All I do is take the little iPad in and he looks on it, and he sometimes, if he does the blood pressure or his weight, he will manually put it into the little iPad. So then it goes straight back to Ben again.
This service doesn't replace the GP, but it actually supports the GP in making the best decision for the patient and the best decision for what the patient needs to live for as long as possible in the home.
We have been married for 48.5 years, and I wouldn't change it for the world. It's great because we can stay in our own home. That's what I like about it.
A typical day for us in telehealth is to come in and basically check the people that need to be assessed first with their red flags, because their parameters are abnormal, their blood pressures are high, their blood sugar's low or high, or their oxygen sats might be a bit low for them, and then to contact those people as soon as we can to check that they're okay. I particularly like the fact that it keeps people in their home. It makes them feel safe because they have the ability to check their observations themselves if they're concerned, and then they know that if it's abnormal, we will be flagged and we will ring them back straight away, or well, within 24 hours, or they can ring us at any time to check if they're concerned about something. It also, I think, reduces their anxiety about their chronic health issues because they know that someone is keeping an eye on them. Some of the main chronic diseases that we would be monitoring are diabetes, hypertension, obesity, any cardiac issues as well as hypertension, chronic congestive disease, renal disease, depression.
So with this program we look at a patient's trends, and sometimes we can flag a problem escalating before it actually happens, before we have to call an ambulance or before we have to urgently send them onto medical services. So I guess this program, we can intervene and get them into town for help before an issue occurs, or on the other hand, we can reassure them that they don't need to go to town, that it's probably something that they can manage at home. I think a lot of people with chronic health issues do spend a lot of time being nervous about going out, being nervous about staying at home, managing their healthcare at home. So I think if we can reassure them that they can get out and can get into the community and have life. The health program gives patients autonomy, education, autonomy, and the confidence then that they can get out, enjoy their life, be in the community and continue living at home safely.
So if you're interested in seeing how telehealth home monitoring can impact your life for the better, call us today on 1800 580 580 or email the team at telehealth@livebetter.org.au.